Hey guys, here we are, Catfish Bubblegum. This is Guppy. Isn't she so cute? She doesn't help make the bait. She's kind of useless, but she's fun to look at. Here she goes. So, we're going to show you a little bit behind the scenes today. There's Dakota. Say hi, Dakota.
Hey.
Okay. He's back there mixing bait, and I am going to jar it so you can see how this goes. Now I put this is our little scale. I'll put the jar on it and I'll zero it out. So every jar contains 240 grams of bait, which is just over half a pound. And each jar is hand mixed right there, here in the kitchen. Every single jar that has been sold across the country is handmade right here in this kitchen. And weighed out one jar at a time, which can get pretty irritating, but they all have the same amount of bait in them. Some people will see a jar in our videos and say, well, I just received mine and mine doesn't have that much bait in it, what's wrong? Or it'll come in the mail and people will say, well, my jar is not even halfway full. They feel like they got gypped. But this contains yeast. Just like, say you're cooking Thanksgiving dinner and you get yeast rolls from the grocery store and you leave them out and they expand. Same concept with the bait. We will ship it frozen, so it's a lot smaller, and then as it thaws out, it'll grow. Sometimes it can take a day or two of being out and fully thawed, but it will grow. And I've also heard, well, why don't you put more in the jar? Same reason, guys. If we fill the jars up and they expand, the lids blow off. It's just not pretty. One day we had a shelf over there full of bait, and I guess I put too much in there. They were, before we switched to this jar, it was the screw top. And we left, and when we woke up in the morning, they were everywhere. I had bait in my living room. The tops had expanded so they weren't flat anymore, and they would roll off. They were in the hallway, in the kitchen, in the living room. And so we had to twist the top off to let some of the air out. I got hit in the face and the foot at the same time with one jar of bait. I don't think that's very safe, so now we have these new containers. Each jar gets 240 grams of bait. They're all the same, I promise. One of the questions that I often get is, like every single day, where can I order, where can I order? Pretty good. CatfishBubblegum.com. Now even if you just type Catfish Bubblegum into Google, I think we're the whole first page. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the whole shebang. It's not as exciting as it looks making the bait. Look, it's fuzzy. Yes, there's supposed to be fuzz in it. Yes, it is safe for the fish. These are fibers that help hold it together to keep it from falling off the hook. Let's see. They're all natural corn fibers, biodegradable, environment friendly. The fish can digest it. It is not going to hurt them at all. The bait also contains amino acids, which are very healthy for the fish and essential for them to live, actually. So even if you're going to catch and release your fish, which is perfectly acceptable, a lot of people like to do that, it's almost kind of like giving them vitamins, you could say. It boosts their immunity, it lessens their stress levels, allows them to recover from injury, boosts the growth hormones, they can get bigger. So that little bitty fish that steals your catfish bubblegum might just be the monster that you catch in the future. So let me measure this little one out, and I'll cover my next most frequently asked question. And that is, how do you put it on the hook? What kind of hook do you use? And how do you put it on the hook? It's kind of hard to explain, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you right now. So, dust that off. Right here we have a whisker bomb. This was made by Team Minnow Bucket with Catfish Bubblegum in mind. You got the hook attached to the weight. It's all one piece, and that's pretty nifty. For Catfish Bubblegum, we like to use a size 4 or a size 6 treble hook, which is that hook right there with 3 prongs on it. So, get you some bait. You don't need much at all. Little bitty piece. Now, some people say that the bait just falls off the hook, and I'm just gonna show this to you right here. Damien, we are making Catfish Bubblegum. It's the only no-stink catfish bait on the market. So some people take their hook and they push it up like this. And they're like, well, it's falling off the hook. I don't understand. Physics? I really don't know how to get into it with that. If you put it in at the bottom, the bait doesn't have any support, so it's going to fall off. You can take a clump of it, wrap it around up here, and then pull it down onto the hook, and then the prongs of the hook, the little supports right there, will support the bait. It'll hold the weight of it. It's not going to fall off as easily. And now that I've done that, it's not going to be very easy to get off. Okay, so back to our bear hook. I'll show you how I do it. This is how I like to do it. And actually need a little less for what I do. And one of our pro staffers showed this method to me. Take a little bit of it, just roll it. Roll it like a worm. Just like you're playing with Play-Doh. Make your little worm out of it. And take your hook. I'm just going to wrap it around. Like that. Press it into itself so that you got your ball, and then pull it down. That is not going anywhere. You see the hook is supporting it, so it's not going to fall off the bottom. And always make sure that your prongs are exposed. If your prongs aren't exposed, then there's not going to be anything for the fish to hook onto. And sorry, apparently the dog just went outside. So, hooks are exposed. Pretty easy. It's not going anywhere. I don't have a lake right here to show you, but that's how you do it. And I'm not even going to attempt to get this off here right now, but I guess maybe I should so you can see how good it stays. Now when you roll it up like that, the fibers line up, and they're pretty hard to... I got some of it off. You see, there's still bait there. They're not going to chew it all off like if you just stick it on the bottom. But yeah, see, it's not coming off very easily. That's the best I can do right now. Okay, so next thing, why we're giving away so much stuff this month, and I can't even begin to list it. I don't know what half of it is, honestly. So why? I give away every Tuesday. This is why. This is our DBA. And if you can see up here at the top, it's dated August 15th of 2016. So this upcoming Tuesday is August 15th, and that will be our 1-year birthday anniversary. I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet, but we've been in business for 1 year. And it's going crazy every day making this bait. So I just noticed that last night, I got to restart my scale now. Noticed last night that we reached over 9,000 likes on our Facebook page. And I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to share the hell out of it. Put it on your Facebook page. Invite your friends to like it, because I think it'd be pretty cool if by our 1 year we had 10,000 people following our page. Okay, it's down there. Zero out. I do have to think about it, because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want you to get tipped. It's zeroed out. We're making bait. Okay, so the contest this week would be, we want you to send in a video of your best catfish impression, and I think they're hilarious. We've gotten a few entries so far, and it has the commentator cracking up. He's going to be the one choosing all of our winners. He's not here. He's at Grandpa's house. And what do you mean? What's a catfish impression? I want you to send us a video of you making a sound like a catfish. The best way that you can. Oh, I love all the hearts, guys. You're so cool. Oh, I put too much in that one. And if I put too much in the jar, it will explode. So if you get a jar in the mail that has exploded, I'm sorry, I gave you too much. So, Dakota, can you make a catfish impression?
No.
What does a catfish sound like?
Oh no, it croaks.
Croaks?
Yeah, like when you catch it, it's sitting there and it goes or whatever.
Or I go walk, 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 walk.
It croaks at you like a frog.
Yeah, they do kind of sound like frogs. And then, I don't know. What about a monster catfish? They sound a lot different than the eater-sized catfish. It's like they whisper, almost. Like, what? Waka, 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 waka. What was that? There's the bait. This is how every bit of Catfish Bubblegum is made. By hand in the kitchen. Is it tough?
Yeah.
Takes a lot of muscle. And he's wearing gloves, not because it's stinky, because everybody knows that Catfish Bubblegum doesn't stink, but if he doesn't use gloves to mix it, then it'll stick to his hands, and he gets more hands on his, or more bait on his hands than in the bait. Does that make sense? It goes everywhere if he doesn't use gloves. So, I don't know. Let's ask Josh Wilson, you want a shirt like this? I love this shirt. This is like my favorite shirt in my closet. I don't know if you can see the back. And you can order these on catfishbubblegum.com. And I think they're super comfy. We have all the different designs here in the house. I love them. They're comfy too, and they're good quality. I've washed this.
I have mine sitting on the bed.
I don't know, it has to be a dozen times, and it's still just like new. Donald, how long is the shelf life? You can keep it just like this on the shelf for about 1 to 2 weeks. It's fine. It's not going to go bad. It's not going to stink, but it can separate. And obviously this is not all dry ingredients. There's wet ingredients in there. And if it sits out too long, the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients can begin to separate. It'll be kind of runny looking, and it can lose its color. So it's not going to catch as much fishermen as it will fish. It'll still work. It'll still catch the fish just the same. If it does get runny, you can take some self-rising flour and add it in there. You can throw it in the refrigerator. It'll be good in the fridge for about 3 months. And if it's going to be quite a while before you take it, or in between trips, you can throw it in the freezer, and you can leave it in the freezer for a year or forever. I say forever, but I actually haven't left one in the freezer for more than a year, so I can't tell you exactly. I can tell you, though, that we had a jar rolling around in the back of the truck for over a year. And it was not pretty when it was done with that. Texas heat. And I would say Texas winter, but we only had one day of winter this last year. It was brown because it does lose its color. It kind of gets like sun bleached if you leave it out for a while. So it's kind of like a flesh color, skin tone, and it was completely separated. It did not look good at all, but it still did not stink. Had some self-rising flour to it, and it still caught fish. So I think we might have a winner here. Like I said, you can go to catfishbubblegum.com to order it. Let me finish this one, and I will show you what we're giving away this week. I might cover every week. I'm not sure. I got everything over here. I'm sorry. This is not a quick process. It is very slow because we do measure every single one out by hand to make sure it's all good to go. Okay. So if you send us your catfish impression, walk. This is your prize. I've kind of separated it out. The prizes are going to get bigger every week. Like a little box, of course, because, I mean, you can't have enough tackle boxes. A decal for your car, if your wife will let you put it on there. All pink, no stink. Hooks. And what I showed you right here, the Whisker Bomb by Team Catfish, it still has bait on it. There we go. You're going to get 2 of these. Some grips for your fishing pole. I actually don't know how they work, but they're there. A bobber. Okay, I'm the worst person to do this because I don't have any idea what this stuff is. So I'll just show it to you. Barrel swivel. Get a pack of those. Speed bumps. Rubber float stops. I still don't know what it is, but I'll show that to you. Don't know what that is either. But it looks kind of nifty, and you get one. I thought those were pretty cool. It's a glow stick for the end of your rod, and then more clip-on glow sticks for the end of your rods, because you can't ever glow enough. And you'll get bait, too. And I don't know how this went in there. You get plenty of bait to go in with your prize. And how you win that one is you need to send us a video of your best catfish impression. You go walk. Okay, next week, I don't know what the contest is going to be yet. I don't know how you're going to enter it. But this is the following week. Get your own box. I love boxes. I love containers. Got a little net in there. More hooks. This is supposed to be awesome. I've actually never used it before. But it bobs. It's a bobbing bobber. Okay. These are pretty cool. So I had all the prizes laying out. And these, and they kind of look like sticky notes, but they glow in the dark and they wrap around the end of your rod. And it glows. I knew that, but I didn't remember it when I came into my kitchen at midnight to get a drink of water, and it scared the hell out of me. So I'll tell you that they glow pretty bright for quite a while. Hooks. More of those things that I don't know what they are. More bobbers. Oh. More whisker bombs. Team Catfish. And apparently you can't have enough glow sticks either. Love glow sticks. More hooks. I'm just making a mess over here. And I went a little girly at Walmart. Get you a pink flashlight. exciting. Another decal. Hell, you know what? I'll throw two. Two decals in this one. More treble hooks. You can put whatever you want inside that thing. Catfish Bubblegum, I hope. Some line. And, you know, an emergency poncho if you don't like to get wet when you're fishing. I won't judge. Don't worry. So, you got your box. Line. Two. There's plenty. More stuff. Giving it away. You just gotta follow us. Let me know if you want to enter. Because I had to organize this so it would all fit in there just perfect. And there'll be bait in there too. You know what? We're at a bucket. 5 pounds of bait with that one. This is the last one. Now, I've heard rumors that we're going to be giving away a Warrior Cat Rod. And if you haven't used a Warrior Cat Rod, you need to. Because using the Warrior Cat Rod and then going back to a generic rod, it's not the same. You catch 15 pounds on the Warrior Cat Rod, and it's easy, it's great. You see it bent over. I mean, it can catch, I think the biggest we caught on the Warrior Cat Rod was 50 pounds even. No problem at all. And my personal favorite was my 15 pound, and caught that on my Warrior Cat Rod, and then immediately after that, while I'm still holding my big fish, my generic rod went down, and I fought that thing, and I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to break the record. It was 3 pounds. Get a Warrior Cat Rod, and we will be giving away one of those, I hope. So this is our last giveaway. Hopefully you have the Warrior Cat Rod included. Give you a fillet knife. Some cord. More hooks. More fun fishing stuff. Again, I told you I'm the worst one to do this because I don't know what any of this is. I just use Catfish Bubblegum. I know these are glow sticks. More treble hooks. So if you win this, be careful because these don't have a package and I just poked myself. I'll just go ahead and show you the rest of what's in here. There's more in there. We'll give away a bucket with this one too, and hopefully a Warrior Cat Rod. You just have to stay tuned and figure out how to enter the contest. But I'll tell you that for this week, to enter the contest, you need to send us a video. Please send us a video of your best catfish impression. How's it called, Carter? Walk, walk, walk. Okay, so I'm playing around with y'all. I need to get back to drawing this bait. So send us your videos, your best catfish impression, and share with your friends because I really want to have 10,000 followers by Tuesday. So if y'all could do that for me, it'd be great. So send us your videos, follow us. We're going to be giving away a lot of things. Tuesday is our birthday, so stay tuned. And we'll see you soon. Walk, 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 walk.